Hey guys, Dr. Misty here. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Let's dive into some hacks that you guys can use to get yourself more time to take care of yourself, especially if you have kids. Okay. So this is one of the biggest barriers for moms. How do I find time to take care of myself? I'm gonna take these off. How do I find time to take care of myself while taking care of my kids? How does one balance that, right? So comment below if you've ever experienced this, or you struggle with this currently, okay? Or give me a thumbs up if you understand this, because this is really a real struggle for so many women. And so I just wanted to give you a couple quick hacks that you can use today and throughout your day to and throughout your life and motherhood with your kids to make your life a little bit easier. So the number one hack that you can do is really stepping out of the comparison trap. Okay. So a lot of times when we think how we're going about thinking about it is, how do I find the time? You're looking at your schedule, right? You're looking at, okay, I have to get the kids off on the bus. I have this, I have this, I have this. So you have like all these things that you're putting in your mind. And then you're talking to your coworker and they just went to the gym this morning or whatever. And so what happens is you start talking to other people and asking what they're doing or how they're fitting in stuff. And sometimes your mind, while you're trying to get information for yourself, you get caught in this comparison trap cycle. Okay. So and so is, going to the gym for an hour. Your mind actually might get caught in this like self-shame cycle, where this actually shuts you down to even trying to find the time again. Okay. So really get out of the comparison trap. Realize that you are the only you have the only, you have your schedule. And some of this is just little mindset tweaks that can be really powerful for you. So, not comparing your journey to other people's is very, very important to set you up for success. Okay. So the second thing that you can do is integrate. So instead of looking at things saying, where can I find an hour to go to the gym? How can I do? So you have these expectations and you're trying to separate work, things that you want to do to take care of yourself with the kids. Sometimes it's an integration process of doing it simultaneously. Okay. So sometimes this looks like working out looks differently than it does, to Susie with the six pack that goes to the gym for 3 hours, right? It's okay that you're not Susie with the six pack, by the way. I'm sure you're just as beautiful. Okay, so again, number one, comparison trap. Get out of that comparison trap. Okay, focus on you, just you. Okay, what can you do? What can you do? How can you integrate this? So if you are somebody who's like, I really want to exercise and lose weight, things like that, or feel better and get more energy. How can you? Okay, so what about if you were to integrate? Okay, what about if you were to take your toddler and do a jumping jack contest? Or you were to take your toddler and do a fun piggyback ride and do squats down your hallway a few times? Or what if you were to make fun smoothies with your kids, and make a game out of it, and really you're making like, kale and berries and protein and whatever, and they're getting healthy too. But all these things, there's really little ways that you can integrate where to be healthy, and it doesn't have to be a big chunk of time. Sometimes it's that shift in mindset of expectation of when you're a mom, you are only one person. You are only one person that's trying to take care of other small human beings and herself and a house and a spouse and maybe pets and work at a job or own your own business, or the list is endless, right? So we only have so much time and so much energy. So the integration is really powerful, because it really kind of gets two in one. It's like doing two for once. Okay, so it's making maybe turning your, you know, cooking or meal prepping into spending time with your kid and doing a cooking lesson with them, or letting them play with a specific mix and pretending to be a chef while you're making your meals, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be like one specific thing or another. Start integrating how you do things. Okay. So number one again was the comparison trap. Get out of the comparison trap. Get out of the Susie with the six pack. Okay, focus only on you. Number two is integration. Okay, and the other thing that I want to, the other hack that you can do is really planning. Okay, and time management. So planning is powerful. Planning is key. A lot of patients that I coach that don't have really a plan, um, that can set them up for failure. So if you don't have a plan for your week or dinner, or if you don't have a plan for appointments, things like that, you know, it's if you're just kind of going with the flow, which a lot of times we have to do somewhat, right? We have to be flexible, but being flexible doesn't have to mean not planning for yourself. Okay. Um, and so if you are somebody who is poor at planning, or you feel like, well, I'm not the best organizer or whatever, you may not be the person who is, you know, writing everything out in a calendar for a month. You know what I mean? You might not have that personality, but doing it for a day may be helpful, or having consistency. So consistency, you don't have to do new stuff all the time. Just having a consistent plan on how you do self-care um, can be really powerful. So your consistency is, you know, 5 minutes when you wake up, you do specific mantra or grounding exercises. Your consistency can be every day before the kids get off the bus, you're doing a stretching routine. Um, you know, things like that, right? So really we want to, some of it is just looking at things from a different perspective, or small mindset shifts where it doesn't have to be one specific way or another. So a little bit of flexibility in how things should look. A lot of times with this is our perfectionist takes over, right? So our perfectionist is like, I have to do everything the exact right way in this time frame. I need to go to the gym. I need to have, you know, be like Susie Six Packs. I need to be a size 2 while I'm juggling being a parent, while I'm trying to achieve a master's degree, and I need to look good doing it, right? It's like, so internally we have these battles with ourselves that we want to do everything to these extreme expectations. And then a lot of this is like such a mental game with ourselves. So we have all these expectations that we are supposed to do certain things, or we're supposed to do it the right way, or the correct way, or the perfect way. And a lot of times that little bit of flexibility can really, really, really help. Okay. So again, hack number one is not getting caught in the comparison trap. Hack number two is integration. And hack number three, I already forgot. See how unperfect I am? Hack number three is really time management, okay, and shifting your expectations. All right. You know, I had to do some of this earlier today. This morning, I posted up a meme actually about this, and it's like, here I am, and I'm preaching that I can get caught in the perfectionist trap too. I'm preaching that, like, you know, like health and wellness and everything. And then if you guys had a camera on me in my house at like 8:30 this morning, they're like, this lady's nuts, right? Like, I'm running around, my kids, one of my 3-year-olds, like literally coloring her dresser with red crayon. My other one's throwing a tantrum because of something they're trying to do on a computer and it's not working correctly. The dog's like chewing on something. I'm trying to get lunches packed and everything. So, you know, none of us have there's these perfect lives. None of us are like the perfect mom or have all of our stuff together all the time or anything like that. And so the most important thing is understanding that, you know, it's okay And, understanding that you in general you don't have to take perfect care of yourself to take care of yourself. Okay, that's kind of the message that I'm trying to get at you. Taking care of yourself may mean for you, um, reading one small passage from a motivational book or your Bible in the morning. If you're more of a religious person, it might be really writing down your goals for 3 minutes. As moms, our time is cut more. I've heard so many people, as like other motivational speakers or people who don't have kids, being like, your morning is everything. If you master the morning, you master the day. And that's definitely true. um but if you are somebody who has other people that you don't have full control of your house, if you live in somebody in a, have a family with young kids and other people who have needs who are counting on you, those times of you just focusing on you are not as broad. They're not as concentrated chunks. So as a mom, we really have to break it up into small, non-perfect chunks, okay, and kind of piece it together, if that makes sense. So if that makes sense, give me a like, comment below on how you find that helpful, or if you feel like you are getting stuck in those traps. I'd love to give some information. This is a little bit more of a motivational, and more of a lifestyle hack type of video today versus an educational video, because I really feel like this is an important thing. I see myself getting stuck in sometimes, and then just a reminder to, again, not like that my perfectionist brain starts going, my fear that I'm going to not do things well or be perfect, or I'm going to look like an idiot, or I'm not going to look like the best coach, or what, all the stuff that gets caught up in our own heads, um, with with our fears and self doubts. Um, we all have that, okay? So that's why I'm saying, if you're comparing yourself, especially on social media, um, really take those 3 hacks and run with them. Because those small changes, those small things over time make big chunks of change. They really do. You doing stretching every morning or a specific time for 2 months is gonna really help. It might help you alleviate your back pain that you've been having. If you do a smoothie every single morning for 2 months, you might notice a large increase in your energy. If you make a commitment to, even, just really simple things like a meditation, a 1 minute meditation before bed every night, and you start noticing yourself sleeping better, what's that going to do for you over time, right? Sleep is powerful. Sleep is so, so, so powerful, and something that we all crave very badly with young kids. So, especially that's really important. So all those little things, never underestimate all the little things that you're doing for yourself. Okay. I hope you found that helpful today, and I will see you guys next week.